Hello, my name's Rashida and I'm going to be sharing with you my simple dinners and different cooking things that I've come up with. You'll also hear in the background every now and again Bailey. So say hello, Bailey. Say hello. She's got my shoes in her hand. So this first one I'm going to do is just a really simple, quick, easy dinner for those of you that do eat fish. Tinned fish, mackerel, it could be mackerel, salmon, anything really, any quick, easy tanned fish.
These are the ingredients. Pause the screen if you need to write them down.
Right, so I've changed angle and I'm now with Babe. Hello. And I'm going to get crack-a-lacking. I'm going to do this in real time so that you guys can see how quick, in fact, this is to do. Just realised I've only got down the tomato puree that is half finished. Don't know how much I'm going to get squeezed out of that. So, do excuse me, I'm short and I need to stand on everything. I'm going to get a tomato puree that actually I can use. Are you with me? Hope I'm not boring you. Anyhow, so I've put the oil on the fire now, and now I'm going to put in the oil. I'm going to turn up the fire a little bit because I don't want it to stew. I want it to fry off, okay? It's very important when you're cooking to do things at the right temperature so you get the desired effect. I'm going to put the garlic in there as well. Usually, a lot of the time, people say put the onions in first and the garlic in afterwards because garlic burns, but the oil that comes out of the tin has a little bit of water in it as well, so it's not as bad as it possibly could be. And with the mackerel, this is going to go in last because it's already cooked and it doesn't really need any more cooking. So what you're going to work on is the sauce and flavouring the sauce or the stew. It might look like I've got a lot of onions in there. Maybe I do. I do because I like a lot of onions. And it's feeding quite a few people. My pot's tiny, but I love my Dutch pot. You can't, I love cooking with my Dutch pot. You can cook with anything. You can put this in a pan, anything. Again, I've got some leftover spring onions that I haven't used up, so I'm going to put this in. Not essential, but adds to it, okay? You don't have to be too prescribed when you're cooking all the time, especially if you're just cooking for family. Then you can just, already it smells delicious because you can already smell the mackerel. I always keep the back door open when I'm cooking fish or anything that could disturb the general peace of, you know, my nose. But yeah, okay, and I haven't got my gloves on this time, but spring onions aren't as strong as onions on your fingers. You can wash them out. Yes, darling? Yes, honey? Are you having a good time around there? Right, so you just keep an eye on the onions to make sure they don't go brown. Too burnt for me, please. If they do, scream. Rashida, the onions are going brown. And I'll be like, okay, thank you. Thanks for the help. Right, I'm going to give them a turn. You singing happy birthday, honey? Whose birthday is it? My favourite song at the moment, bless you, are Happy Birthday, Row, Row, Row Your Boat, and what's the other one, Bailey? Oh, McDonald's had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. I don't know why I bother. So, just because I'm being instructional, I will do it by teaspoon, but at this point, they're getting a little bit brown. I'm going to add the seasonings to the onions, okay? So I've just put in like a teaspoon of everyday seasoning, whatever. Again, if you only have things like stock cubes at home because you don't season a lot, then you can just use that. Also, I've got some aromatic all-purpose savoury seasoning, which I like the taste of as well. Smell seasonings as well. See if it still smells fresh, still got flavour. You're going to start to smell the taste of the dish now coming through. It's nice. If you start getting, you know, you often get dry bits, not dry bits, I love that word, dry. These brown bits on the side, that's all flavour that is going to come through soon. Also, if you want to use fresh tomatoes, you can. That gives it even a more fresh feel. You can use courgette, you can use anything. Actually, anything would be a bit of a stretch. I'm going to put a bit of, what's the sauce in there? Herbs, whatever herbs you have. Herbs I wouldn't recommend. Maybe a really strong Maybe a herb like sage or, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know, try it. You never know, it might actually taste quite nice. I know sage goes nice with chicken. I don't eat pork, and I know it goes nice with pork, but apparently it does. I'm not sure if it goes so well with fish. Someone will have to tell me if they've tried it. Okay, so I'm going to give this another mix again. And by this stage, the onions are really nice and brown. And can you see there? And all the flavours are starting to get together already. It's looking lovely, okay? What I'm going to do at this point is put in the tomato puree. You need a good squeeze of this, okay? A really good squeeze of tomato puree, because that is going to be the basis of the sauce. So you see I've done about a third of this. If you've got fresh tomatoes, which I do from my garden, so I might put a few in there. Wee. What are you watching, darling? Again, you can see I'm just going to mix that in a bit. It's going to look like it's all stuck to the bottom of the pot. If I had the pasta in already, which I probably should by now, I'm going to take a little bit of water from the pasta and put that in the pot, just so that it doesn't burn at the bottom, okay? And just to take off some of the flavours off the side. You don't want it to go black like it's burnt, but you do want it to, the brown isn't a bad thing, okay? I'm adding 2 spoons of the salted water from the pasta. By now, if I wanted everything to be cooked at the same time, I should really put the spaghetti in now, shouldn't I? So I'm going to... Right, so, also over here, if you can still see me, I've got a few tomatoes from my garden that I'm going to cook in. Again, non-essential. You go with the flow, see what you got in your house, and cook it. Okay? Right, we're doing this in real time. So I'm just going to chop the few tomatoes from my garden. Again, like I said, if you've got one big tomato in your fridge that you want to add, but you don't want to over tomatoify it, because this is quite a reduced sauce that we're making. Right, can you see what's going on here? Really nice. Already we've got a sauce going on there. Okay. Alright, at this point, I'm going to put a teaspoon or 2 of sugar in my sauce. Sugar brings out the flavour of tomatoes, okay? So, and it takes the fresh, you can do 1.5, whatever. If you want it to have a sweet kind of taste. If you want it to be a bit more vinegary, you can put in balsamic or anything, like even a little bit of vinegar, anything to suit your taste buds. But never overdo what you put in, because you can't take out, remember you can't take out anything, so don't overdo anything either. At this point you want to taste it for seasoning, okay? Just taste it. Beautiful. My favourite herb ever though is thyme, so I'm going to put a bit of thyme in it. Okay, this is off my tree as well, any from the which is why it's in water. You want to get involved? Honey, let me give you a biscuit. That'll keep you quiet for a bit. Here you go. Have a baby biscuit. So far. But in tasting it, I actually like a bit more spice, so I'm going to put some pepper in it. Pimento. This pimento, or any black pepper will do. Crushed black pepper. Or, you know, if you've got it in the pack. And a little bit of paprika. Okay, and if at this point you want to put a bit more seasoning in, you also can do that as well. Like, it could do, for me, I could probably take a little bit more. Or you could just put a bit of salt in it. Again, like I said, if you had the stock cube, just show you, if you've got a stock cube, just crumble it in, okay? Crumble in the stock cube, half of one first, just to check the flavour. And if it's too, if it needs more, then you can crush in the other half. If it doesn't need more, then don't. Right, I've gone on for 10 minutes now, haven't I? Sorry about that, people. But just to show you that you can have dinner in literally under half an hour. I cut mine in half only because I haven't used the big pan and I can't go to stand there and break it. I've got, my mum's going to be here soon, Alex is going to be home, my husband will be hungry, Bailey will probably join us and eat. So I'm putting a substantial amount of pasta. When you put the pasta in, after a little while you've got to mix it so it don't stick at the bottom of the pan. And it tastes sweet, which is good. You want to balance it out. I'm now going to put in some water and let the sauce cook out for a bit. Okay? Reduce down. The reason why I'm doing the water is just to take all the bits. If your pot hasn't got the black bits, it really doesn't matter. This pot isn't non-stick. It's a hard cast iron pot. Therefore things do tend to stick on the bottom. And plus, because I've put in sugar, it's caramelised slightly, okay? So I'm going to wait for this to reduce. And I put the fish in. Whee! Again, I've put in 3 tins just because of the amount of people that are going to eat. Depends, you know how much people eat in your house or who you're feeding. This is very, very nice. Once you put the fish in again, you may need to alter the seasoning. Add a bit more black pepper or whatever you want to. I don't know if you can see now, already you've got a really rich tomato with juicy sauce. I'll bring it a bit closer so you can see. Can you see that already? Don't know if you can see. Really rich, delicious sauce. I'll show you what you can do at the end. I'm going to let that cook out for about 5 to 10 minutes, just so the flavours can get into the fish, and then the pasta should be cooked, and I'll show you what you can do to garnish, assemble. Remember from before I had spring onion, half of spring onion. No, do you want to have a look? You like spaghetti, don't you? Okay, I had half of the Ta. She's not in a courteous mood today. Not good. But yeah, I've got my spring onion and I'm just going to put that in the sauce. It's nice to have some fresh ingredient, like something that the life hasn't been cooked out of it at the end, and it can be a nice garnish, anything. I'm turning off the fire because indeed it's finished. The fish was already cooked. Can you see that? If you can just see that. Oops, I'm not really holding it well, am I? But it's hard to do this with like your laptop there. But I'm just showing you the sauce. I have washed the spoon, it's not double dipping. You've got bits of tomato in there, bits of fish, everything. It's really tasty. Like you can see that this will go well with rice as well. But this will also be nice like a pasta sauce. You can put any other fresh ingredients. Spinach is good at this stage if you want spinach, some green leafy vegetable in there, kale, anything you can add in the end. It might not look that appetising because it does look appetising. It tastes delicious. I haven't put it on the plate very well, but you know how it is. This is realness. You're not going to be fancy every day. I'll show you some fancy and a little bit of cheese on top. If you like cheese, if you don't. It's a healthier alternative to spag bol. With some mackerel and pasta, which Bailey is going to devour now. I'll help her because it's a massive portion for her. But yes, I hope you enjoy. Please let me know what you think or how yours turns out. Oops! Alright, see you later. Bye!